My mama would be proud of me right now. My goodness, couldn't be better. I'm about to eat an entire chicken thigh as an afternoon snack. Hey everybody, I'm Chef Chris and you're in the Lodge Kitchen, and we are gonna be making the very first recipe of the year in our Recipe of the Month series. This is our January recipe of the month, and we're gonna be making chicken marsala in a 12-inch cast iron skillet. One thing that you guys probably don't know about me, this is one of the first dishes that I learned to make, so I want you guys to see how easy it comes together and how stupid delicious it is. Let's get cooking. So the first thing that we're gonna wanna do for our chicken marsala is we're gonna marinate our chicken, and I'm using chicken thighs. I'm gonna say I'm a thigh guy. We are going to take a resealable bag and we're just gonna make a basic marinade. So I've got about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a teaspoon of salt, some thyme as well, a third of a cup of marsala wine. Let's get to chopping. That's gonna go right in there. Now what I'm gonna do is just take the bottom of this bag and just incorporate those ingredients together and give them a little shake. We've got 6 thighs here. These are gonna go straight into our marinade. Roll it back up. My hands are still clean. I'm gonna give that a little bit of a toss around. Now I'm gonna fly this into the refrigerator. Our chicken's gonna marinate in that bag in the refrigerator for 1 to 3 hours. I would highly recommend doing that, not skipping that step. While that is happening, you can dance, you can party, do whatever you want to. I'm gonna set up our dredging station. I have a cup of flour, and we're gonna season our flour. We could season the chicken, but in my house, my mom always had me start with seasoned flour. So that's got salt, garlic powder, and pepper. We're gonna just take a whisk. You can use a fork too. We're just gonna incorporate that in. The dredge, after we kind of pan fry our chicken, that is going to allow something for our sauce to hold on to, because this marsala sauce is out of this world. I'm gonna grab my, hold on, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's been 3 hours. I'm gonna grab our chicken out of the refrigerator and we will start to dredge. We are gonna start our dredging process. That's gonna go straight into my flour. And take a fork and just kind of knock the flour over the chicken. I wanna make sure that we're getting into all of the nooks and crannies. This is going to add a lot of flavor to our dish, and like I said earlier, it's gonna give our sauce something to hold on to. Now we're gonna shake it off, shake it off. All right. It might feel like it's gonna be forever, but it's gonna go down in flames. I promise. It's worth the pain. Now we get to the star of the show, our 12-inch cast iron skillet. This is a 10SK. You'll find it on our website. If you don't already have one, pick one up, folks. One of the most versatile things in your kitchen. I'm gonna start this on about a medium flame. To that, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. All right, our butter is almost there, starting to sizzle in our skillet. So what I'm gonna do is take a chicken thigh and give it a roll, and that's gonna go directly into my skillet. Do the same with the rest of these. So our chicken thighs have been working and starting to develop some really awesome color. And give them a little bit of a turn. Getting that deep color in there. It's beautiful. It's exactly what I want to see. We're gonna let this go for 4 more minutes. All right, so we have gotten really great color on the other side of our chicken. That's exactly the kind of color I'm looking for. And these are gonna go to the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, 3 minutes. What you guys wanna do for 3 minutes? List your favorite Taylor Swift songs. Shake It Off, the one about Tim McGraw, the one about Tim McGraw again, and then 1989. Okay, so our chicken's been in the oven about 15 minutes. I'm gonna pull it out. We're gonna check it with our probe thermometer. All right. Looking for anything north of 165 degrees. Look at that. We are right on 169. We are perfect on our chicken. So I'm gonna take our chicken out and we're gonna let it rest on a plate while we build our sauce in this beautiful cast iron skillet. I'm so looking forward to this. We're gonna turn our heat back on. Let this butter melt. And give that a swirl. That's more for me than the pan. I just like it, it's fun. This is about 8 ounces of mushrooms. Make sure as many of those come into full contact with my cast iron skillet as possible. And then I'm gonna let it sit. Now that is gonna be the hard part. I'm a recovering over stirrer, but what I wanna do for my mushrooms is I wanna let them just cook and get that flavor. And if I mess with them, then they're not gonna sear like I want them to. That's gonna go 5 minutes before we add our garlic and our thyme. We're coming up on our 5-minute mark on our mushrooms. They're looking great. I'm about to give them a turn. And we're gonna look and see this beautiful color that we've added. Look at that. Not burned, it is just perfectly seared and amazing. We've got garlic and we have about a teaspoon of thyme. And this isn't gonna take much time. So what I wanna do is just give that a stir, and my garlic is gonna almost start browning instantly. So we are at the point right now. We are gonna add 1.5 cups of Marsala wine, and this is dramatic, so. Whoa. And to that, I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of chicken stock. I'm gonna scrape up any fond, that's the bits on the skillet that might be stuck. That's just flavor right there. So this is gonna come to a boil, and then we're gonna simmer it. Now, we've got a lot of sauce in this pan, so it's gonna simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. So now we are at a boil. I'm gonna just knock that heat down to a simmer, and we're gonna let that just continue to cook down. As you guys can see, my sauce has worked down quite a bit, so I'm gonna kill that heat. I've got some heavy cream. This isn't typical, but I added it to the sauce. It gives it body, richness, silkiness. I really like it. And I'm gonna add that in just a little at a time. We're gonna temper it. We're gonna add our chicken thighs back to the dish. I like to do these pretty side down, and then I'm gonna give them a turn. And what that's gonna do is just make sure that I'm really nicely coated with this beautiful, rich sauce. So again, give that a turn all the way. I'm gonna just take some of these mushrooms. I'm just gonna distribute them back across my chicken. And then I'm gonna hit my burner back on because I want my chicken thighs to come back up. Just gonna get that to a simmer, and then we're gonna kill the heat. And all that's gonna do is make my chicken thighs nice and hot again, and we are almost ready to eat this amazing dish. All right, so we've got our sauce back up to a simmer. I'm killing the heat on this, and now I'm just gonna hit it with some parsley. Parsley's gonna add just a brightness and a freshness, and wow, look at that. How beautiful is this skillet, folks? I cannot wait to take a bite. You have absolutely no idea how excited I am about this dish. And I have been excited about this dish since I was about 12 or 13 years old. You're about to find out why. I only wish I had some mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes? I wish I had $1 million. All right, mashed potatoes. All right, so we're gonna take our awesome mashed potatoes. I'm gonna get the big thigh right in the middle, because that's who I am. We're gonna go right here. Now we're gonna add a little bit of this mushroom and our incredible Marsala sauce. And I'm just gonna drizzle that right there. And that, my friends, is chicken Marsala. Let's take a bite. That is exactly what I am in the mood for right now. My goodness. Couldn't be better. This is our recipe of the month for January. We hope you guys are cooking along with us. Please make it your own. Tag us in the comments. Can't wait to see what you guys make at home. Love you, bye.